This is fourth grade worksheet, and we'll go over the questions as we go along. Okay. So first of all, it's asking for order of operation, which means that you have to kind of look at the question and then see which one goes first and which one goes next. And in order to find it, we have to use something called PEMDAS. And this is an acronym which stands for parentheses, which is P, exponent, something like x to the squared. This 2 is exponent in this case, but none of the questions should contain exponent because it's not what fourth grade should learn. It's not on their curriculum. So, but just in case, E is exponent, M stands for multiplication, D stands for division, A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. And just to heads up, MD and AS can be exchanged. So what I mean by that is just because M comes first, it doesn't mean that you have to multiply first. And just because addition comes first, you have to add first. So as an example, if you have something like 5 times 4 divided by 3, you will multiply 5 times 4, which is 20, and divide by 3. But if you have something like 5 divided by 4 times 3, you have to divide first because division comes first. And same as addition, if addition comes first, you have to do addition. If subtraction comes first, then you have to do subtraction first. Okay, we'll start this with number 1. And as you can see, this is multiplication, which comes first, then subtraction, which is S. So I have to multiply 2 and 3 first, which is 6, and subtract 63. So this becomes 57. Okay, and number 3. As you can see, there's a parentheses. So, and then even without parentheses, you have to, since addition and subtraction, you'll add first. So 85 plus 25 is 110. Subtracted by 10 is 100. Number 7. So this is multiplication, which is M, this is subtraction, which is S. Multiplication comes first before then subtraction, so you have to multiply 2 and 60, which is 120, and subtract 31, which is 89. So this becomes 89. Number 8. This is addition and this is subtraction. So let's add these first. This becomes 102, subtracted by 8 is 94. So one of the really cool thing is that, so you remember I told you guys that if multiplication comes first, then you have to multiply first, and if division comes first, you have to divide. This only matters when you have all the operation. So something like, if you have something like 5 times 4 plus 3, and then you have to multiply first. But if you have something like 5 times 4 plus 3 divided by 2, then you know that you have to multiply these and divide these, and you add the results. But what really cool thing is that if you have only one same operation, something like if you only have multiplication and division, but since they can exchangeable, it means that also the order doesn't matter. And then this is what I meant. So if you have 100 subtracted by 20 and plus 30, it actually doesn't matter whether you add these and then subtract later. So if you actually do it, 100 minus 20 is 80, and plus 30 is 110. But if you add these two, which is 130, and subtract 20, it's 110. You get the same answer. But if you have something like one more operation, which is different from addition and subtraction, then this won't work because you have to multiply these two first. So going back to the question, which is 8. If you subtract 68 and 8, which is 60, and add 34, this is way easier than adding these two and subtract 8, which you get quicker to the correct answer. And so you know the zero rules, which if you have 0, then you can put back, and then 8 divided by 8 is 1, so this becomes 100. This one you have to know that 7 times 4 is 28, which comes in multiplication chart. It is also good to memorize the multiplication chart. Same as number 3, 8 times 7 is 56, so this becomes 7. And number 4, this is similar to number 1. If you have 0, you can put it back, and actually, no, sorry. Let's divide. 5 can go into 18 3 times, and 36. So this becomes 36. And in this case, you can exit out zeros, and then just divide 28 and 7, which is 4. And other than that, should be really easy. Just really quick, you can cancel out, and 6 divided by 1 is 6. Okay, let's do number 9 and 10. If we multiply 93 and 2, then this becomes 2 times 3 is 6, and 9 times 2 is 18, so this becomes 186. And 84 times 2, you multiply 2 and 4, which is 8, and 2 and 8, which is 16. So 168. Okay, let's do number 1. So these people, which is 3 people, have 90 candies. They decided to share them equally, meaning all the people have the same amount of candy. How many candies should each person take? So there are several ways to approach this question, but I am going to use division. So let's say that we have 90 candies, and then there's 3 people. If you wanna get person A, person L, person P, and person B, which corresponds to Lola, Perry, and Ben, you have to have same amount, which means that if you add Lola's amount and Perry's amount and Ben's amount, you have to get 90. And then these L is equal to P and equal to B, which means that they are all same. So we can just divide 90 divided by 3 and get 30, because this means that each person should have 30 candies.